we are back again. This is what happens when sometimes technology doesn't work out, and it's all about thinking not about the pain, as Chris said earlier, but about the gain and the pleasure. Today I have Chris Symons all the way from Australia talking to us about his life coaching journey, all the way from being depressed after he found out his girlfriend cheated on him and not feeling like he wants to continue with his life and enjoying the life, to being successful coach, coaching people around the world through technology, of course, and I hope that don't let you down, Chris, and helping people with their confidence and happiness. Chris, thank you so much for being so patient, and I hope this time we can see you as well, and I'll be checking. Yeah. And actually, yes, we can see you. How amazing is that?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you well. Yeah, maybe if you want to move it a little bit closer to the microphone, I hope that will be helping probably more.
Closer. Is that close enough?
But yeah, we can hear you, yes. And we are also able to see you on Facebook and other platforms, which is amazing because we want to make sure our audience can see you. Thank you so much for your patience.
No worries. Thank you.
So I really enjoy what you were saying there, Chris, about the pain and the pleasure, that very often people pay too much attention to what is painful. And you being a coach, you know that people very often don't even want to progress in their lives because they're too focused on this is too painful, it's hard, it's challenging, it's impossible to work on yourself. But you are such a perfect example that it is possible. And do you mind, just for those who joined us just now, or who will watch this story later, could you please tell your story again? How did you manage to go all the way from being depressed, from finding out that your girlfriend cheated on you, which is awful, to being so successful right now?
Okay. I'll start again. So basically, from early 20s, having the time of my life. I was an ex-professional BMX rider. I played football. I was very happy. Traveling the world, Vegas, Europe, Southeast Asia, having the time of my life. And then I came back to Australia. I found a girl. We fell in love. We're going out for 2 years, and I found out she was cheating on me. And at the time, I wanted to marry this girl. Like, I really loved this girl. And at the time, my mind, my emotions just spiraled out of control. And I experienced anxiety, and I didn't know what was wrong. My heart was pounding, and I couldn't sleep. I just wasn't happy, and it got worse and worse and worse. And knowing now what was happening is I was having recurring negative thoughts that I was fighting. Instead of letting them coming and going, I was fighting them. I didn't want to see them, and which I'll talk about later. And basically, I got on antidepressants, and I was still depressed. I turned to drugs, alcohol. I turned to so many things to numb the pain, and I still had pain. So, I invested in myself with, Tony Robbins, many coaches, seminars, books. Spent thousands of dollars, and I found out the more I invested into myself with books, and the first book I ever read, which changed my life, was called The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, which I highly, highly recommend you guys, anyone read. I've read it a couple times now. It's basically learning the slight edge in life ends up being the 1%, ends up being the big thing. But a lot of us we don't like the patience of starting off small. We want instant gratification. But unfortunately, even with any form of success, whether it's your emotions, money, finances, spiritual, it all takes time. It all takes consistency and hard work. And, I'll give a quick metaphor. Do you know, you guys may have heard about the Chinese bamboo tree? Have you heard about the Chinese bamboo tree?
But please tell us the story.
So the Chinese bamboo tree is a tree that, say you plant it, okay, and you water it, and it gets, sunlight. 1 year you look at it, like nothing's happening. You're like, damn. So you're watering it, sunlight, you're giving it food, and 1 year goes again, 2 years, nothing. Third year again, nothing happening. Your friends, your family are looking at it, it's growing this much in 3 years. You're like, what the hell, right? You're like, give up on this thing. All your friends give up. There's nothing happening. Well, the fourth year it goes this much, right? By the 5th year, the Chinese bamboo tree grows up to 20, 30, 40, 50 feet in the 5th year. Because what it was doing in those 4 or 5 years was growing deep down so it can get ready to grow. And this is a great metaphor in life, because you have to get wealthy on the inside first before you can get wealthy on the outside.
Yes.
Right? And many of us try to miss that step and get wealthy on the outside and realize, whether it's money, we try and find external things. The next shiny object is going to make us happy, right? The new car, a new watch, a new girlfriend, a new husband, that'll make me happy, right? And then always chasing the external thing, realizing it's got nothing to do with that. Yeah, it's a bonus. It does, it gives us some form of happiness, but it all starts from within. And until you can go deep into yourself and go into your deep, dark moments and face those things you don't want to face, those things that hurt you, all those thoughts that you don't want to think about, until you can go there, you're always going to be in pain. You're always going to be a victim of your pain. You're always going to get used by pain. So, again, we work on pain and pleasure. We avoid pain at all costs. But until we get in control of our pain, we're always going to be controlled by pain and pleasure. Because we're in pain, we need pleasure to fix the pain.
Yes.
Right? And then it's an ongoing cycle. And then you just recycle the same thing over and over, and you become, controlled by pain and pleasure. Instead of you being in control, when I want pleasure, I get pleasure. Right? When I'm in pain, I deal with my pain. I don't go for pleasure to fix my pain. And, I'm not a perfect person. Sometimes I do, a bit of pleasure here. Yeah, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm in control of it more than it's in control of me. And it takes a long time to go through that and face your fears, right? Face your fears. It's scary, right? But what's more scary? Going through a life of pain, they say that, hell on earth is waking up and looking at the person you could have been.
Yes.
Right? Like that's that's the type of thing. You don't want to have regrets. Regret can be more than the whole pain itself, right? So we want to spend the time, invest in yourself. Yes, it's hard, but work on yourself. Like I said before, every master was once a disaster.
Yes.
And it takes 10,000 hours to be a master at something. Right, Olga? And many of us don't want to be seen playing small, And like I said before, I was a carpenter, and then I turned into a builder and a construction manager. And I found my passion was into personal development and helping people, and I really love it. I volunteered for Tony Robbins with Make-A-Wish for Kids, which is helping kids from 4 to 18 with illnesses, anything from cancer to car crash. And they want a wish, right? They might want to meet the Australian cricket team, or they might want to go on the moon. So giving back as well is important, having fun along the journey, as well. And so, yeah, again, and many of us don't like being seen playing small, right? And for me, I went to school. I didn't really read books. I didn't like reading. I didn't realize the importance of reading in school. I was like, no, I want to chase girls and play football and have the fun things, right? The pleasure. I wanted the pleasure, right? And then I went through the pain of depression and all that and anxiety. And I was like, fuck, this is hard. Yeah. And it was like a blessing in disguise. And I'm even grateful for that it happened, because without that, I wouldn't be here right now, as in, I've used that pain to take me to greatness, right? And we all have a choice, right? We all have a choice to be a victim of our pain or be the victor. And I chose to be the victor, right? And, and like coming into life coaching, I had to learn to read, obviously. So I didn't read my first book till I was 26 years old, like 7 years ago, right? But in that 6 or 7 years, I've caught up massively, because I found that was my passion. That's what I love. And it's not that I love reading, I love growing, and I love becoming more. I love setting goals every week, every month, every, 5 years, 10 years, and really searching and going higher and higher. That fuels me to always be bigger and better and better, because, we have such an opportunity, Olga. There's like 7 billion people in the world, and 3.5 billion people are starving and homeless,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So they would kill to be in my position right now, in your position, right? So I'm not going to fuck that up. I'm going to give it my all, right? And, it fuels me because the more I can be better and successful in financially and, mentally, emotionally, the more I can give. So I know there's many people like my clients and people I haven't even met yet are counting on me to deliver for them,
Yes.
right? They need what I've invested in myself. I need to give that to them and build them up from anxiety, depression, struggling, divorce, breakups, even just people that just want to learn and take their life to the next level, right? And the thing is, Olga, many of us live in cure, right? Instead of prevention before cure, we don't worry about it until we need a cure. We don't worry about diabetes until you got diabetes, right? So many of us go for the cure, but then it's too late.
Yes.
And it's the same for mental health, right? Mental health, it will be like the things I have learned, I wish I learned before I got anxiety, depression, but it should be taught in schools, NLP, NLP and timeline therapy. I'm a practitioner of NLP and timeline therapy, and this is effective communication. So, and everybody should know, everybody in the whole world should know this. It's a game changer for yourself. And in business, massive in business, massive. So it's really exciting, and I love what I do, and it's just a lovely place to be in life. And I love to serve. I love where I'm going, and I'm never going to reach my goal. I'm never going to reach my target. It always gets bigger and better, and it's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, it's everything, right? So I'm loving life. So here I am.
I love that. And Chris, I must say, everything what you just said is like a music to my ears, because I am such a big believer, and I see such a parallel between us, because I'm the same. I'm so hungry for life. I'm so hungry to help more. I'm so hungry to actually be there, to achieve more. And as you say, you have to go through your own journey in the beginning. You have to understand yourself. You have to know, the depths and the demons and some scary, dark places within your own heart and soul in your past before you shoot off, before you can help so many other people. What you said there, oh my God, you mentioned the man. Tony Robbins is the man whom I love and admire. He's the man who also changed my life, and amount of seminars I went to. Like here in my office, I actually have lots of lanyards, and I still keep them because that's something sentimental, as a reminder of the growth. Do you have them as well? Yeah, me too. Because it's about growing all the time in order to get out of what you have here, your talent, your skill, your best gift, what you were given, in order to help others. And I love what you said, that right now you're so passionate about that, because I can see lots of people join us actually already. And Kim Strauss says, intrinsic love, and big love heart there, and big sparkle. She says, plan your eulogy now and step into that. That's on Facebook. Some people on LinkedIn will be not able to see that. And actually we have some comments on YouTube as well. Tanya says, I wanted to say thank you to Chris for reminding me how amazing the Slight Age book is. I'm going to take it out of the drawer and read it again. There we go. And you should, Tanya, and please do that. Absolutely. And another comment here is, yes, lots of exclamation marks. I feel that passion now. Amazing messages, Chris. You are so inspiring. How great is that? And we have lots of great comments also on YouTube, on LinkedIn. Oh, this is beautiful comment. You will like this one, as Lalita Kurada. And I wonder where people actually joined us from. Please let us know where you're from right now watching us, because Chris is in Australia, I'm in England, but this comment is really beautiful. It says, 2 beautiful people now on live. Yes, 2 people who transform other people. That's beautiful. Yeah, wonderful. And people say we can see you as well, which is amazing. Oh, Chris, you have a proposal. Caroline Blackie says, Chris, marry me. Are you up for that? That's amazing. Can you say it again, Chris?
I said I am single. I'm single, yes.
There we go. Well,
I'm
Caroline, you
single,
can reach
single.
out. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. Chris, what you said there is so powerful. And I see how you reflect to amount of books you have read, amount of seminars you went to, amount of information you gained. And what's a surprise that right now you're so successful. But could you please share what exactly was that turning point? Because I get you read so many books, you went to so many events, but as a coach, because lots of coaches are out there and lots of coaches actually are struggling to build their businesses because they think I'm going to become a coach and money just will pour at me just like rain, right? And then it doesn't happen. But for you as a coach, what was the turning point in order to build a business out of a desire to help?
I'd say the biggest start is make sure you have a coach. So make sure you have a coach yourself that's at least a level or two above you, okay? Because he's going to lift you to, he's already been in your shoes. So he's going to teach you to get there, right? And I see so many coaches try and do it without coaches, or, they invest into coaches that are just aren't where they want to be. So, you want to invest into somebody that is the level where you want to be at, right? Like I put a metaphor example. You guys are in England. I know you guys watch cricket or football, soccer, whatever you call it. And if you wanted to be a good soccer player, would you hang out with somebody that doesn't play soccer, or would you hang out with, the best soccer players? Or would you hire the best coach? Would you hang out with David Beckham, or would you hang out with, Tim down at the local park, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to be good, you need to hang out with people that are already better than you and lift you up, right? And you have to take your ego out of it. You have to take your ego out of it, right?
Yeah.
And your ego is there to protect you. It's designed to protect you. And in business, there is you need to be savvy and smart about it. But it's not about, oh my God, I'm going to get $1 million tomorrow, or I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. It's about serving. It's about the more you can give, the more you can serve at an honest, humble level. People feel that. People love that, and they attract to that. But if you're doing it just for the money, if you're doing it just for the fame or the money or things like that, people can smell that. People, and coaching isn't for everybody. Coaching's not, you can't just, there's so many, I say this all the time, coach is this, coach is that, coach is that. You need passion. Like, you need the fire. You need the education. You need to invest in yourself, right? Like going to uni, or, for me to become a builder, I had to do 4 years as a carpenter and 2 years to become a builder. That's 6 years of study.
Yes.
Now there's people that are just trying to be a coach in 1 year. It's like, it's taken me 7 years to get this knowledge just in coaching, right? Let alone my own experience as a builder and all that, right? So just from coaching, it's taken me 7 years of investing in myself. And it's, what I can tell you is it's your subconscious brain. Your subconscious brain is where the power is at. Okay, now human beings operate from up to 95% from our subconscious brain, and only 5% from our conscious brain, right? So, and it takes minimum 21 to 90 days to influence the subconscious brain.
Yes.
And that's through auto-suggestion predominantly. So, that's how you can get depression, by saying, I'm a loser, I'm not good enough, I'm weak, I'm worthless, I'm ugly, I'm fat. If you say this over and over and you form a belief, then you embody that. And then you actually, once the thoughts come, then you get into state. Your thoughts become your emotions. Yeah. And then your emotions become your body language, your physiology, and your physiology becomes your behavior, and your behavior gives you the results, right? So it's very important that you take the time, because for the first 90 days, you're not going to see much. Because it takes 21 to 90 days to influence the subconscious brain in anything, right? Yeah. So if you're struggling with negative thoughts, okay, you have to learn to detach from those thoughts and be like, if it comes across, Chris, you're a loser, okay, thank you for that. That's not my thought. That's not me. That's just like somebody else saying to me, you're a loser. That doesn't mean I'm a loser, right? It's just a thought, right? And I don't attach onto that. I don't create emotion to that thought, right? Hence why it doesn't go into my emotions or change my body language. Right? I don't let it affect me that way. But it's all about, if you want to be successful, work relentlessly and stay consistent. As soon as you tap into that subconscious mind, it will do the work for you. All of a sudden, your doubts, your fears, anxieties move out of the way because you've put the work into your subconscious brain. It comes out, and all of a sudden you do something. You know that feeling when you put in the work, and for 3 months or 6 months, 2 years, you're like, fuck, I'm ready to give up. Like, so many times I've been like, oh man, I'm going to give up. This is too much, right? And then you have a breakthrough. You're like, fuck, I'm doing it. I'm like, wow, I can actually do this, right?
Yeah.
And that's your subconscious brain clicking in and giving you the answer. It's giving you the answer, right? So rely on the superpower you have in your head, right? We have a supercomputer in your head, Olga. Think about everything that's made around, the planes in the sky, this computer.
Yeah.
I'm in Australia now, and you're all the way in England.
Exactly.
It's now, what time is it? It's now 10:30 p.m., right? And, you know, it's 2 p.m. there or whatever. And this is made from man-made. So this computer is nothing compared to the human mind, right? We've made it all. And we still underestimate what we can do in a day compared to what we can do in 10 years, 5 years, 10 years.
Yeah.
If you love it, find what you love and stick at it. Get to work at it, right? Don't give up. Just keep on going, right?
Love that.
Yeah. So
Chris is so powerful. You see, the old good phrase, if you want to be a coach, just get a coach, just to go to the very beginning of your answer. This is so powerful. And many coaches, unfortunately, don't understand it. Very often, because I coach, I never was wanting to specialize in coaching coaches. But what happened, people start coming to me and asking, Olga, how did you make a coaching practice? And can you just educate me on that? Can you coach me on that? And what's amazing when you explain to people that if you don't get a coach, if you don't think this is valuable to you, how are you going to sell yourself? How can you sell yourself when you don't believe in that? So I totally agree with you, completely agree with you. And it's quite amazing how Kim says here, really, really beautiful phrase, is the thought serving me? There we go, bingo. If not, blow it away like blowing out a candle. That is right. Because our mindset is so smart and it's so silly at the same time. You say something once and it goes really deep. You say something twice, it goes even deeper. And then you keep repeating to yourself and it becomes you. It just seriously becomes you. And in order for you to get out of this imposter syndrome, can I help others? Can I do that? Can I not? Who am I? It takes persistence and consistency. As you said, don't stop, carry on. Gosh, this is so powerful. Can we speak for 10 hours, please? I could definitely talk to you for 10 hours. I love that. Really, really love that. That's amazing. And people actually love what you're saying here. They say, hello, hi, Olga and Chris. Great conversation. Well said, Chris. People love you. Absolutely. That's amazing. What a good accent, Olga. Oh, thank you. I have a great accent, apparently. That's good. And on Facebook as well, thoughts become things. And this is so true. And I so value, Chris, what you said there, because very often people underestimate the importance of being persistent. And I'm not sure about you, but I also like to give example of elastic band, because what happens when we work on our thought process and we replace the old story with a new story, there comes a point when you think it's not working and it's really easy to go back. Just like when you stretch elastic band and it wants to go back because there's a pressure. And I always say break through. Keep going until you break through that elastic band, because that is meant to keep you safe. Just like you said, ego is meant to keep you safe.
Totally. And so I'll touch on that. So, you know, you have your comfort zone, right? Your comfort zone is just full of problems that you know.
Yeah.
It's just problems that you know. Outside your comfort zone are still problems, but you just don't know them, right? So we're scared of them. And, as Tony Robbins says, we have a 2 million-year-old brain, and it's designed to keep us safe. It's not designed to get out of our comfort zone, right? But inside our comfort zone, it's safe, it's comfy, but there's regret in there. There's guilt in there. There's boredom. There's unfulfillment in there, right? It's no way to live. Like, I'm not saying if you want to stay there, that's fine. But for me, I love it. And, I've taken so many clients and even myself, and I see clients that are struggling, motivation, anxiety, depressed, feel lost, right?
Yeah.
Once you set some goals and something to strive for and something to work towards, and, you want to grow and you feel that fire, right? And I have people say, what's my purpose? What's my passion in life? I don't know. Okay, well, we need to keep looking, right? Like, how did I become a life coach from not being able to read in school and being a builder and being a bike riding professional, and I'm into a life coach, right? You got to keep looking, right?
Yeah.
And you know, it's like your heart already knows, you know, it already knows what you truly want to become, right? We have an intuition, but yet it's like we get controlled by society and our friends, our family. Oh, don't go there, stay safe, you know, don't go here. And when you try to step out, sometimes your friends or family want to pull you back, right? So you have to be careful what you're listening to, even the news, listening to too much news, listening to friends or family that haven't done anything or have not, you know, done any form of success or any form of reading, or why would you listen to them, right? And then, you know, things of fear of judgment. You know, fear of judgment is such a strong one. And when I worked on that and when I become free of the fear of judgment, it's such freedom that I wish everybody could experience, the freedom of like judgment of yourself and judgment of others. And, you know, it comes from, you know, judgment comes from like failure, the fear of failure, you know, the fear of what if I'm going to stuff up? What if I stuff up? What are they going to think about me? Right?
Yes.
What if I do this? What if I stuff up? All these things of fear of judgment. But in the end, I'll go think about it. These people you're all worried about what they think about you, they're not going to be at your wedding. They're not going to be at your funeral when you die. What does it matter, right? What does it matter? But we still fear it. It's such, and getting in the personal development space and becoming a coach and a speaker, I had to get out of my comfort, and I had anxiety. I had depression. I was so scared of my own body for years there that I had to get out and then become a speaker. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And it's the belief of, you know, he who says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Yeah.
And it's your mindset is everything. Your mindset, your beliefs is everything, right? Change that subconscious and your life will change. The more we work on it like a little mouse on the wheel and get it, then all of a sudden, bang, happens again. Keep working, bang, 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 bang. And all of a sudden, it's an amazing feeling. And it really sets you free. And, you know, it's really just unleashing your power. Like there's so much power within all of us, but a lot of our power, our candle goes out from society, or we fail once or something, you know? You know, it's like rejection is just redirection.
Yeah.
Right? When you get rejected, you're just getting redirected to something better.
Yes.
Right? And the more you believe that, the powerful it is, the more you can bounce from failure and rejection to the next thing, knowing that there's better for you, there's more to come. Okay, that didn't work, that's cool. You don't get hung up on things for so long, right? Because there's no point, right? And, you know, again, so many Tony Robbins lines, but, you know, your past does not equal your future unless you live there. Unless you want to live in your past, oh, she cheated on me, oh, this, oh, that. No one cares. I don't care. Who cares? My future doesn't care. Why we keep going on about it? And the thing is that many of us feel that we go through these traumas and we go through depression, anxiety. We go through shit. Life's going to hit you in the face. It's going to hit you in the throat, right? When you get, you know, hit by life, you know, in the throat, you need to think, okay, where am I going? What am I going to focus on this for too long, right? Like, why am I going to focus on this? What for? Does it serve me? Right? And generally in a year, it didn't even matter anyway. We're worrying about all this stuff in a year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, like, oh, that doesn't matter now. Well, why were we so stressed about it, right? Why, you know? And, you know, and it's crazy how we like to, you know, go on about the past, and because our mind is just a big box of the past, big box of the memory, right? But Dr. Joe Dispenza has found recent discoveries that in neuroscience that we can actually think about our future, and who and what we want to do, and actually make neurological pathways to embody that person before you're even there. So if you're here and you want to be here, you need to see yourself here while you're still here. And your mind is that powerful. You get into your subconscious, it will start believing and bringing things towards you, because we have a thing called the retic activating system, right? And this is why goals are so powerful. Goals are like magnets, right?
Mhm.
So when you have written down clear defined goals that you view regularly, you're up to 80% likely to achieve those goals than if you didn't. 80%, 80%. The
Yeah.
biggest reason is because, where focus goes, energy flows,
Yes.
and your retic activating, yeah, right. And when your retic activating system, it's kind of like, let's just say, what's a famous car in England? Is it a Mazda? Is it a Fiat?
Oh,
Or I don't
quite
know.
a few actually. I would say, the most popular, probably Audi, BMW, something like this. Even
Audi,
the Germans, yeah, still with
Audi, perfect for this demonstration. So let's just say you got a new Audi, okay? You bought it for your wife, you bought it for your husband, you bought it for yourself, whatever, okay? It's got a nice bow tie, it's red, okay? Beautiful red Audi, okay? What happens when you get that red Audi? The next
everyone.
day, what, Audis everywhere. Oh my God.
Yes.
Audis. They were always there. Before you got the Audis were always there, but you weren't focused on it. Your retic activating system was not focused on the Audis. That's why when you have goals, and you want to have big, scary goals that you look at, you go, "Fuck, I don't think I can achieve this.
I love that. Yes.
This is huge, right?" And that fuels, I'm going to get it. You make it a challenge, right? And your retic activating system is going to find every way. The supercomputer in your head is going to find every way. Can you swear on this show? I don't know. I was about to swear. Every way possible.
Life.
Yeah, like fuck. Every way possible to give you that answer, right?
Yes.
And it's that powerful. And when you get to a stage that you can trust on your subconscious, you actually ask your subconscious, I now command my subconscious mind to deliver now. So before I get on stage, before I do something, whatever it is, and I really need to dig deep, I need to get my conscious mind of the fears, the doubts, the anxiety, because that's what's holding me back, right?
Yeah.
And if I put in the work, I know my subconscious can deliver for me. So why am I scared? I know it's going to deliver. It's like before I get on this show, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, I would have been nervous to come on here because I'd be like, what if I stuff? What if I forget? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What if I forget? What, on live TV? Oh, right? But now you get into a place, this is all my subconscious mind. My conscious mind can't remember everything I'm saying right now. It's because I've put in the work. It's delivering for me.
Yeah.
It's like, here you go, Chris. Here's all the answers. It's like a memory box. It's like a library. And the more we believe that, the more powerful it gets. The more you can trust in your subconscious. Even when you go to do something that you're scared of, you're like, get out of the way, conscious mind. Let this fucking motherfucker get this subconscious in there. It's going to deliver, right? And you get on stage and you're like, holy shit, I was so much better than I thought. But when you don't do as good, it's when you haven't put in the work. If you've put in the work and you still feel nervous, it's okay to feel nervous. But you got to have the courage to go past the nerves, right? And then you like the nerves, you like the excitement, right?
Yeah.
But we all have fear. We all have it. It doesn't matter how good you are, we all have it, right? You still feel fear. But it's just, I don't live in fear. I don't let it control me. I live in courage, right?
Yeah.
And, fear, 80% of it is just bullshit thoughts that doesn't even come real, right? Danger is real. Fear is made up most of the time. So we've got to be very conscious of our thoughts. What are we buying into, right? We're buying into too much news. We're buying into your family saying, don't start that business. You're going to whatever. Like, right? Put in the effort. Put in the work. Find what you love. Keep going, right? Even when it's hard. I know it's hard. Easy is not an option here. Easy is not an option in life. Yeah. Why do you want easy for? That's boring, right? Why do we want easy? So, find your passion and keep going and love the journey along the way. Love the challenges, right? Yeah. There's a saying that, we need to change our language. Like, instead of saying I'm having a bad day, saying I'm having a character building day. This is building my character. I'm having a character building day. And this is what I help my clients all the time, is changing their language. And especially when they first come to me, I listen to the language and I'm like, oh my God.
I know. Yes.
I've had such a shit day. I'm so terrible at this. I'm so this.
Yeah.
Right? You are now reaffirming to your subconscious mind that you suck. And then what is it going to do? It's going to lose confidence. It's going to affirm to yourself, I suck, right? And the warrior within is always listening. Your subconscious mind doesn't sleep. When you go to sleep, Do you ever wake up before your alarm? Do you ever wake up, you put your alarm and you wake up? That's your subconscious mind. It knows you got to be up at 6. Bang. It knows 5:50. It knows it's up. It knows it wants to get going. Your subconscious mind is so powerful. And sometimes it sounds a bit woo-woo. I know when I first got into personal development, it's like, subconscious mind, what is it? And it's like science or something.
True.
Like, yeah, it's inside us. Google it right now, subconscious mind. And it's, versus the conscious mind, and really look into it. And yeah, the more you can explore this, Joe Dispenza, check out Dr. Joe Dispenza on YouTube, Google him, book, man, just change your life. And, he does some meditation. This is the power of the mind, that he has tapped into some meditation, that there's been people with rashes, and he's done meditation on them, on like thinking how to get rid of the rash and doing all types of things. And after like a 20-minute meditation, the rashes are gone.
Exactly. Yeah. Right.
And like, I know it sounds crazy, right? It sounds crazy, but it's amazing what our mind can do, right? And, it can give us, depression, anxiety, stress. It can also give us, such amazing emotions of fulfillment, love, joy. And, and it can actually, if you have a sick mind, it can bring your body to dis-ease, right?
Yes.
You can, emotions of anger, emotions of sadness for too long gets your body to dis-ease. It lowers down your immune system, and it gets you more susceptible to type 2 diabetes. Many things. So, and everything we need is within us right now. Like, it's all here, right? It's all here. It's seriously all here. And I know it's cliche. It's like, whatever, you don't know, it's hard, or yeah, it is hard, right? But you can be happy right now with what you got, because if you got taken right now to another part in the world that maybe is in poverty or something that's way difficult, you would wish nothing more but to be exactly where you are right now.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So be grateful now, not when you lose it, right? And this is like, people say, what can I be grateful for? Oh, what's that?
Life.
Be grateful for your legs, your arms, because you know what? If I chop your leg off, you're in hospital, for 1 week, 2 weeks, you'll be in disbelief. After 6 months, you will wish nothing more but to have your legs, to walk, right? But it's too late then. So have a grateful heart. And I know, I'm going to go on about stress, because I know many of us, go through stress. And I know in building, especially as a construction manager, building up to 22 houses at one time, it's very stressful. And sometimes it's like so stressful, you're like, oh my God, man, I feel like I'm going to die, right? And you can't breathe, and you're like, your mind's spiraling out of control. So I want you to understand what stress is. And, the world we live in a stress epidemic society. Yes. And the biggest reason is the lack of gratitude, okay? Now, stress is cortisol. Cortisol level in the blood is stress. And then we have anxiety, which is adrenaline. They're like kind of brothers and sisters, right? They work together in a way, right? But stress overrides the body, the system within like seconds, right? Doesn't matter if you're happy, if you're sad, it will override your system in a second, right? And, the more our emotions go up, our intelligence goes down to up to 50%.
Yeah.
That's why if we're highly emotional or highly stressed, we say something or we act away, an hour later, a day later, we're like, fuck, I'm so sorry. I can't believe I did that, right? So to understand, pull back, I'm noticing I'm stressed right now. I better pull back. Or I notice I don't want to act out on stress or anxiety or anger. I need to go and handle my stress and anxiety in my own safe place, right? And instead of acting out in that, because you're going to, 9 times out of 10, you're going to regret it, right? Yeah. So, and the biggest way to overcome stress is gratitude, okay? Gratitude and love, which is our highest vibration. It's our highest emotion, okay? Now, even for me, I'm single. I don't have a wife to hug or a girlfriend or kids, right? And I'm still very, very happy and grateful. And I'm 32 years old. Yeah. But it wasn't always the case, right? Yeah. And I mastered gratitude and happiness. And because gratitude, when done right, so when you're actually grateful for the now and you actually practice giving back, doing something for somebody without wanting anything in return.
Mm-hmm.
Doing something for somebody that they know they can't pay you back.
Yeah.
Okay, that feeling we get of gratitude, it releases oxytocin, which is another hormone,
Mm-hmm.
which kills cortisol levels of stress and anxiety almost instantly.
Yeah.
Okay, and it repairs damages caused to the cardiovascular system from stress and anxiety, right? Because when you're stressed, that's your valve in your heart. It
Mm-hmm.
actually closes, like it doesn't get smaller, it just becomes
Mm-hmm.
tighter.
Yeah.
Blood to go through. When you're grateful, they have a look at a grateful and love heart. When oxytocin goes through it, it opens up really full, right? And it pumps really nice, and you feel like at ease. And your blood pressure goes down because your heart's not pumping so hard because it's stressed tight, right?
Yeah.
That's why we have, heart attacks and strokes, because your heart's pumping so hard. It's like an engine pumping, and the gears are on, but the wheels can't spin. So the engine's going blah, 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 like this, and the wheels aren't spinning. Something's going to blow up, right? So gratitude and love, and I don't care about your excuses saying, oh, I don't have a girlfriend, I don't have a boyfriend, I don't have a wife. I don't either. I'm still very grateful. I'm still very happy. And remember, we can all be victims. And, the same reason why you won't is the exact same reason why you will.
Yes.
You got to use that. You got to use that. Whatever's happening in your life, you can turn it around. Just like I said, if you're having a such quote unquote bad day, you can say, I'm having a challenging day. I'm having a character building day. Hell yes. Fuck yes. I'm going to grow from this, right?
Yeah.
There's so many ways to look at things positive way, but it's a mindset. It really is a mindset that can take you from wherever the fuck you are. It can get you to where you want to go. It's really that simple. And, the slight edge is like 1 in 19 people are truly successful. And when I say success, it doesn't mean money and cars. Success is just a worthy ideal, a goal that we work towards, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And 1 in 19 people are truly successful. And it's not because that one person is smarter than the other 19.
Yeah.
It's because that one person is willing to do what the other 19 people are not.
Yes.
So keep focused and be successful, okay? And that's all it is. I'm nowhere near the smartest person, but I learned the skill, and any skill can be learned. No one's smarter than another. Like there might be some people like Albert Einstein or some super freaks, right? Like Bill Gates, he can read 128 pages in 1 hour or something like that.
Yeah.
He's got like high retention, right? For me, I read 5 pages of a book and I'm like, oh my God.
Yes, right? People are different, yes.
I push through it, and that's not my gift in reading books, right? That's okay, right? I have to force myself, right? Mm-hmm. And, in saying that, it doesn't matter how you went at school. It doesn't mean you're a dumbass. I was a dumbass in school, okay? Yeah. But I still managed to get many certificates, a builder, construction manager. I was a dogman rigger, high-rise buildings. I worked on cranes. I had a crane business. I had so many things because I'm hungry. My why is strong. Even when I got beaten down and, I was on antidepressants for 18 months and, for 6 months of that, I was very suicidal. I even rang the helpline once.
Wow.
I was living on a 7th floor apartment in Cronulla, which is in Australia, in an amazing beach, and looking over the water. Life should have been great. I hated myself because I was like, why aren't I happy? Like I'm looking at the ocean. I'm looking, this is beautiful. I can't be happy, right? And it doesn't matter what you have outside, just what's going on in here, what's going on up here, right?
Yeah.
And, so, and I remember having these thoughts in my head, and because I never went through mental health issues, everything my mind would say I'd believe.
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh, why don't you jump off the building? And I'll be like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And it's like, what the hell? Like I look at it now, like how silly of me, how stupid, how ridiculous. But the thing is, you're not taught, who teaches you this?
Yes.
Right? School doesn't teach you this. I had to go through 4 psychologists during that time, and only one really helped me. Because the other 3 were trying to tell me about, anxiety, depression. They've never felt anxious. They've never been depressed.
Right.
I'm not saying anything against psychologists. It's great work what you do, but some work better with others. And you know, it's very difficult for me to understand a psychologist to teach anxiety, depression if you've never felt it. If you've never felt it, like I put an example, like it's like, you know, you have an F1 race car driver, right? He has to do over 300 kilometers and has G-force, okay? If you want to become that, you can, all right, let's just say you played PlayStation you know, you played the F1 car. You're in the simulator, right? You're in the simulator playing F1. You've read all the books on how to become an F1 driver. When you get an F1 car, does that make you an F1 driver? No. As soon as you take that car, you're spinning out of control. As a psychologist, an inexperienced psychologist in a way, it's like you can't tell me how the G-force feels. You can't tell me how anxiety depression, because your little textbook, you don't really know the feeling of feeling like you want to die every day. Yeah. Right? Yeah. You don't know that feeling. Until you know that feeling, I find it very difficult and hard to believe you can teach that in a more passionate way. Yeah. The way I'm coming across, like, I'm going to help you. I'm going to get you out of where you are. I'm going to take you out, right? Yes. Like, it's going to happen. And if you don't believe in yourself, just take my certainty, right? Take my passion, take my certainty. If you hang out with me long enough, it's going to rub off on you. Yeah. And it happens with my clients all the time. And, like, you know, after 8 weeks working with me, they start crying like, oh, my God, I can't believe it, Chris. Like, you got me out of this hole. Yes. I can't believe it, you know? And I'm just, like, so rewarded. Like, I'm getting goosebumps now. I'm feeling tingles. Like, it's so amazing. I know how they felt. I know the pain they were in. I know it's just such a rut, right? Yeah. And you don't have to have anxiety, depression, like some miracle, amazing thing to get out of. But nobody's acceptable to going into that. Yeah. I promise you, I never thought I could ever get it. I was like, what the hell is anxiety? What the hell is this? Until you get it. But by then it's too late, right? And that's why I'm saying prevention before cure. If I would have known this stuff, I wouldn't have helped. But then at the same time, maybe I wouldn't have been here because I wouldn't have given me my passion and purpose. So you need to trust everything in life, that even the good and the not so good. And if you see what I did there, I didn't say bad. I say the good and the not so good. Mm-hmm. Because I don't even believe in the word bad, because nothing's bad. Yeah. Right? Everything's challenging, or everything's not so good. Right? You change your language, you'll change the way you feel, the way your body language is. Mm-hmm. When you hear bad, it instantly... So we've been told, Olga, 8 more no's than yes from a young age. Olga, don't do this. Don't do this. Olga, yes. No. And 1 yes. So we're programmed to be like, no. We're programmed, right? And we go to school. Oh, you didn't get good grades. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's either sick or no, right? And, you know, Albert Einstein says that if you judge a fish on its ability to climb a tree, it will be that it's a dumbass its whole life. I love that quote, yes. Right? And that's like a metaphor for me, because that score didn't go well. If I believe that I was meant to get good grades and all that, or I was a dumbass, right? Like, there's so many people around the world that, you know, Elon Musk, you know, so many people didn't go well. So keep believing. And I'm not taking it away from the people that did go well in school. That's amazing, right? And school might have been better for you. That's great, right? But it's funny, Olga, because so many of my clients and people I teach have done well in school, and they've got uni degrees. They've got all of these things that I was not good at, and now I'm coaching them and teaching them about life and their mindset. It's so ironic, because I even say, we have a joke about it. I'm like, do you know how smart you are? And it's so ironic that a dumbass like me is teaching you, right? Like, right? Anybody can be whatever they want to be, as long as you believe it and you put in the work, right? And you change your story, change your beliefs, and you will change your life. Okay? Change your story, change your beliefs, change your life. That's how simple it is. We just like to overcomplicate it. Yeah. Anxiety, fear, doubts, and we buy into this bullshit, and we stay lower, and we don't get out of our comfort zone, and it's an unfulfilling life.
And you're so right, Chris. And if somebody still is doubting this, even after this so passionate session with you, because even people say on Facebook, Steve Judge says, very passionate guy, he sees your passion. And Morgan Black also says, love this good session. So people see your passion, people can hear what you say. And if somebody's still doubting this, think about it. Wherever you will go today, whether you're at work right now, maybe you're at home, maybe you'll go to grocery shop, wherever you will go and you will drive, Will you
Yeah.
think about every turn you make, or you will just go there? And most likely, if you do the same route every day, you will get from work back home without even thinking. And that's exactly how we live our lives. And that's exactly what Chris says. It is about that subconscious life which you have within yourself. You got to
Totally.
change those stories. Chris, I'm so grateful. Right now, you brought so much passion to this session. You brought so much knowledge. People absolutely love this. I mean,
Olga.
so many great comments, and I love it. Absolutely love it. And I know we're already quite running over the time, and it's
Are we?
11 p.m. right now in Australia. So sorry about that, but people just
That's
love it. But I have
great.
a question. Would you be happy to take one more question?
I'm happy to keep going.
That's
Let's go.
wonderful. Because Tanya says that she's asking, Chris, what was the most difficult moment you've had when starting your coaching business? That's a good question. The most difficult moment, what was that?
The most difficult moment. The most difficult moment is probably saying, probably leaving your full-time job is one of the most difficult moments, right? And um, I had dreams like leaving my job in a certain time, and I actually left it earlier, and yeah, and it was just like, and I was scared. I wasn't really ready for it. Like I still wasn't making as much money as construction in a way, but I knew I construction working for the biggest builder in Australia was so stressful, was so soul sucking, and it's cliche, but what Tony Robbins says, what other people say,
Mhm.
you've got to burn the boats. If you want to take the island, if you want to be a successful coach, you can't have a plan B, right? And obviously you need a job to pay the bills. So that's fine, but you need to make it in a way where you got a full-time job, and your full-time job becomes like the side hustle. Your coaching becomes, and I don't care if you've worked 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours in your full-time job. If you want it bad enough, you will get there, because I
Mhm.
was working as a construction manager for the biggest builder in Australia. Not to sound amazing, whatever, this is just the facts. I had $18 million in revenue I was in charge of, and I had to work from 50, 60 hours a week roughly, and I still, doesn't matter what, I put in the effort. I did Saturdays, Sundays. I woke up early. I went, and some days I was fucked and I didn't wake up early and I was burnt out, like, right? And I would say, we have all this advice. We have this advice, do this, don't only sleep 5 hours a day, 4 hours. You need 8 hours, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Sleep how much, what you feel comfortable with, right? And I'm comfortable with 6 hours every day. If I get 6 hours, I'm perfect. If I get 7 or 8 hours, I've had too much. It's like, I
Yes,
don't need to sleep, like, and then I have trouble sleeping, right?
agree with
Six
you.
hours is perfect. And we can go on what doctors' advice is and things like that, blah blah blah. But we got people like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and
Yeah.
he slept 6 hours a day. How old is he now? 75, 80.
Oh, yeah.
He's had some triple bypasses, but that might be steroids and things like that. But look what he accomplished. And, I'd rather, live till I'm 70, 80, knowing I've given everything
Yeah.
than, half-assed because I wanted to sleep an extra hour or
Yeah.
2 hours, right?
Yeah.
Because, that doesn't give you your dream in your sleep, right? So, but it's important to have sleep, okay? And
Yes.
do you know Tom Bilyeu?
Yes, I know. Yeah.
So he came to Sydney like 3 months ago, and before Corona, right? And I actually got invited to have a dinner with him. So I had a dinner with him, and I was speaking to him, and his tip was, I said, what was his tips for success and a strong mind? One of his big tips was get as much sleep as you can. So he goes to sleep and does not put an alarm in the morning. I don't know how he does. He just wakes up when he wants to wake up.
Wow.
I don't know how. I could not do that because I like the 6 a.m., 6:30. I like
Yes.
to know to get work, and I just like that. And yeah, he suggests just sleep all the way. And he's one of the most successful, motivational speakers. He has his own TV show. He has his own,
Mhm.
billion-dollar company, Muesli Bars. So everybody's different, and when you get too much advice like, oh, you got to only sleep 4 hours. Oh, you need 8 hours. You need this.
Yes.
What do you work on? Don't worry about everybody else. Push yourself,
Mhm.
but still get sleep. It's more important to have 8 hours than burn yourself out and be stuffed for 3-4 weeks and get sick or whatever.
Yes.
Right? So yeah.
Yes.
So was that was that enough? I could keep going, but I know this is over
Oh,
20
yeah.
minutes.
Definitely, yes. I think that was really useful because what you're saying here is if you have a job right now, yes, keep it if you have to pay your bills, but treat it as a part-time job, as a side hustle, and then concentrate on your coaching business or any other business which is starting out. But the most important thing, win the time back by reducing the amount of sleep or even somewhere else. I mean, distractions which we have nowadays, we have Facebook, tweets, and notifications all day long. And it is ridiculous how many things can distract us from our mission. And I'll be honest, on my phone, nothing apart of phone calls and text messages are coming up, not even WhatsApp. Everything is on silence, no notifications because zero.
None, no
Yeah,
notifications. I highly recommend no notifications
exactly.
on emails, nothing. The only thing, like you say, is text message and phone calls,
Yeah,
because there's a reason why the successful people do it. People like Bill Gates and Mark
yeah.
Zuckerberg, why they've only got one set of clothes, because they know you've only got so many good choices during the day
Yes.
to use, right? And if we waste all our great choices on notifications and just bullshit, then when we want to put our good choices and our good brain waves into our coaching business, you're going to be drained and you're going to come up with shit results for your clients. You're going to make a shit program, right? You want to be focusing so much on what, like, put your subconscious into that, right? Like,
Yeah.
throw yourself into that. So let your passion come out. Don't let anybody stop you. If you want to do it, I know it's cliche, but it's just so true. It doesn't matter if you want to paint shoelaces. If you love it, do it. If you want to be a dolphin trainer, do it. Like, do what you love, because, I can't, they say that hell on earth again is, when you wake up in hell, it's waking up and doing something you haven't done, you didn't like it your whole life,
Yes.
right? It could have been more. And then you look up there and you're like, so you're telling me I could have done this and I could have done that if I just got rid of myself, if I pushed past myself. Oh my God, like, right? So just get out there, make yourself proud, make your family proud. Do it for your kids, do it for your grandma, do it for your grandfather, do it for something strong, do it for the people that need you, right? If that's how you want to be a good coach, do it for the people that need you, right? They need you, like they're counting on you. Don't let them down,
Love
right?
that.
Don't.
I love that. And Chris, this is so not only passionate, but also so truthful message because all people, doesn't matter who you are, you're a coach, you're a therapist, you're a Reiki practitioner, whatever you are, you're doing other businesses, you have this talent within yourself. You have that gift. You were given that gift and all those troubles which you had to go through in order to reveal that gift. Don't lose it. Don't hide it. Give it away. Just share with people. And money is
Yeah.
inevitable. And I always say money is a byproduct of your passion and your skill. It is it will come, but just give it and share. And gosh, Chris, we can talk for hours. I can just see that. But I must say, I would love to have you back, definitely, because it was a wonderful conversation. I hope you enjoyed it as well. People loved it. We have so many great comments here, which probably I will spend an hour reading all of them. But I really love this one, and I think this will be the very nice comment to finish off this. Caroline says on LinkedIn, those who cannot see this comment, love the F-bombs. Chris was naughty about that. Chris is fantastic. By far, the best live chat I've heard. Thank you, Olga. There we go. We did it. We did it. Thank you so much, Caroline. Thank you so much, Chris. You are absolutely amazing. I mean, I admire you for a long time. We were connected on Facebook for a while. And I know right now you're experiencing this challenging on Facebook. So anybody who wants to connect with Chris right now on Facebook, it is challenging because your account was blocked, right, for some reason.
Yeah, currently, 4 weeks ago now, my account was disabled, and my Facebook was pretty, like, it had a lot going on there. I really liked it. It was amazing. And I put up a video, and it was about the push-up challenge. The 25 push-ups?
Yeah.
So I put a video up, it went for about 4 minutes, and it got shared about 40, 50 times in like 24 hours. I think like 4,000 people saw it. Like, it was starting... People were enjoying it in somewhat. 90% were enjoying it, 95%, and there's 5% that weren't. And basically, it went like, I think the 25 push-ups is is great for awareness. It's great for mental health awareness. But to be quite honest, it's doing fuck all for the mental health itself. Okay? Because if it was, psychologists would just say, here you go, mate, just do 25 push-ups, right?
Exactly.
And I said, can I suggest that we do 25 vulnerable conversations for 25 days? You know, can we do that? And there was so many people that loved it, like, oh, I would love this, blah, blah, blah. Then there was a couple of people, and, you know, I think because I said on there, I go, I think many people are doing the push-ups about themselves to try and show, look at me, I'm so strong, and trying to get significance, which is, you know, one human need about, look at me, because many of the people I see doing the push-ups aren't people with mental health issues. Like, there is people that, but there was many people that aren't, and it's like, you don't know what a mental health issue is like. This isn't some joke just to do push-ups, right? And I said it's great for awareness, okay? But now what happens when the push-ups stop? What happens? Right? Sometimes, and I said it could be worse possibly because, like again, we work on pain and pleasure. If the push-ups are giving you pleasure to avoid pain, what happens when the push-ups stop? You go down to pleasure. Say this is the true line. You can go back under to depression because you're like, now there's no push-ups. There's no connection from people liking my push-ups and commenting. Now what? What happens now? It's a Band-Aid. So I said, guys, the push-ups is amazing. Now let's finish strong and have 25 vulnerable conversations and make it that it's okay to not be okay.
Yes.
Right? It's okay. Let's push that out there. Open up this. The push-ups, like, and so I think some people got the shits at it and I got reported. And the Facebook algorithm robot has, you know, disabled me, and I've been emailing and all that, but it's very hard. If anybody knows Mark Zuckerberg or knows somebody who can help me out, put him on the phone to me, get my Facebook. But if you want to get in touch, go to my Instagram, Chris Symons _ or you can go to my website. You can get my book. Go and get my book, which is From Fucked Up to Fearless, 7 Easy Ways to Go From Anxious and Depressed. And every dollar from this book goes to mental health. Mental health awareness. So, thank you for having me. I'll look for it again. And anybody out there that wants to know more, hit me up. I'm happy to answer any questions, anything you're struggling with or you want to know more. Hit me up on Instagram at the moment. I'm on LinkedIn, actually. I've been building my LinkedIn up for the last month. So LinkedIn, Chris Symons. I'm on YouTube. So thank you, guys. And, you know, I'm hoping this helped anybody, you know, struggling or dealing with somebody, give somebody hope. You know, or even somebody that just wanted some more, you know, education or wanted some knowledge. Because if you're not growing, you're dead. You're alive but not living. So keep growing, keep thriving, hang around with the right people, keep tuning in to Olga and people amazing people that are going to give you the knowledge and the passion, and just live life on your terms. And all you need is within you now. That's all I can say. So God bless to everybody.
And this is so powerful message. Thank you so much, Chris. I thoroughly enjoyed the interview with you. I mean, that was a proper show just for you. Honestly, I enjoyed listening to you. I enjoyed receiving so much love from people who joined us. Very grateful to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, on LinkedIn, wherever you are watching us right now. Let's spread the word. Let's just spread this beautiful help which Chris is doing, beautiful work of him. Let's share this video so actually more people can hear this passionate and really beautiful message, because what you are saying, Chris, is really like music to my ears, because I'm so with you. We have such a parallel between what we do. Obviously, we both are coaches, but I would love to more people hear your message. So please, whoever is watching this video, share it with others so we can inspire more your friends, your family, your loved ones. And thank you, Chris, once more from the bottom of my heart. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Wish you a good night since you're in Australia right now, and everybody else have a great day.
See ya.